Welcome to the Michigan Travel Show, a kaleidoscope of stories about the people, places, and events that shape our great state.
Sun Moon Lake, also rated by National Geographic as the #1 destination for cycling. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we come in. I see that we have guests that have come back from the streetcar. Yes, we're welcome to have you back. I see a lot of happy faces regardless. We tried our best. As you know, sometimes we cannot control the weather. That's why we had everybody meet here. So really heartfelt thank you for meeting us here to learn more about Taiwan. We have a lot to share with you. And a lot of happy faces too coming back from the streetcar ride. You will have a chance, for those of you here, to hop onto the streetcar later on afterwards, and hopefully they will go on a different route.
But we have a great lineup coming up, jam-packed with excitement, featuring our unveiling of our Taiwan streetcar wrap, our Taste the Wonder Taiwan food guide, and our social media flight campaign. That's going to be a contest that we'll mention a little bit later. So we are going to be starting momentarily in a second.
First of all, it is super easy to go to Taiwan. No visa needed if you hold a Canadian or a US passport. And it's super convenient there. You can actually stay up to 90 days without anything. Just pack your bags, grab your passport, and go. Please bring your passport. Okay, next one, please. And Taiwan is really the central hub of Asia. A lot of our friends and partners, whether you're there for business, for leisure, they fly to Taiwan because it is so easy connecting to our partners of EVA Air, direct from Toronto Pearson, directly to Taipei, and then they make it Taiwan, whether it's their end destination or a great stopover to other cities. Okay? Now, I did mention that Taiwan is about 70% mountains, 30% land. Just think about all of Vancouver Island, the size of Vancouver Island. We're about that size. And all of Canada's population in that island, that's Taiwan for you. We are so friendly, Taiwanese are so friendly, and it's just super convenient and lovely to be there. So, transportation. I don't know if I should talk about transportation today. But again, very easy to head there. There's direct flights from our partners in EVA Air, also Air Canada Alliance going to Taipei. These are the great transportation system in Taiwan. We have the high-speed rail. We also have the Taiwan Railway. The subway system, the buses, are all very busy, working so diligently to transport us everywhere. So if you go from Taipei, which is further north, all the way to Kaohsiung or Pingdong, you can actually do a day trip. And I think it was maybe from Taipei to Taichung, an hour or so, really fast with high speed. And also, here's a little tip for you. There's an incentive program that you can buy one and get one free. But you need to go online at the website, and you need to buy that online. Okay, so that's a great way for incentives for any travelers to visit Taiwan. Scenery. We talked a little bit about Alishan, right? There's also that's the picture that I was trying to have everybody imagine. That train that goes up the mountain with the cherry blossoms right now, and tea farms to one side, and going up to the magical Cypress Mountains. We also have the ocean and Sun Moon Lake. The lady here talked about bicycling and cycling. And Sun Moon Lake is one of the best destinations, named not by me, not by us, National Geographic, CNN, just to name a few, as one of the best cycling kingdoms in the world, actually. Time for nature, a lot of greeneries, butterflies. If you're into bird watching, a lot of wildlife there. We talked about cycling and hiking. Alishan is only one of the mountains. Remember, how many? Just to make sure everybody was paying attention. What percentage of Taiwan is mountains? You guys are great! You guys are fabulous. We're going to do the presentation next time, and you can tell all your friends about it. So there's so many mountains with beautiful flowers. Some flowers I'm like, wow, didn't even know it existed, and wildlife. Beautiful place to watch sunrise or sunset. And of course, the culture. Now, there's so many cultural activities. This past past Lunar New Year, we just sent some influencers to Taiwan to participate in the annual Lantern Festival. This is our picture from 2024, which is the year of the dragon, and what is this year's zodiac?
Snakes.
Snake, yes. And that's the theme. We had that it's an annual big festival in Taiwan. And it lights up. It's the Lantern Festival with sound, music, and everything. And each year it takes a different zodiac theme, and it takes place around each city in Taiwan. So if you think you visited it, you gotta visit it again, because every year is different. Okay? And there's a lot more cultural activities to do in terms of the granting of the Blind God Road, any of the pilgrimage, and a lot of beautiful, stunning temples that are very well preserved. And then we have the Aboriginal tribes and indigenous cultures. There are over 15, I want to say 17 different tribes in Taiwan, each with their own signature culture, heritage, food, just to name a few. And there's different itineraries. For those of you who've been to Taiwan, what was your average stay? 5 days? 7 days? 7 days? 14 days? Anybody stay longer for? Oh yes, you must have experienced a great lifetime of travel. There's a bit to do for everybody. If you have a short period of time, from 1 to 3 days, we highly suggest, of course, you're going to fly right into Taipei. Taipei is a big international city with Taipei 101. We have the Cheapsek Memorial Hall, Ximen District, if you're into shopping, very, very, very vibrant with a mix of food, shopping, and everything. And our National Museum, which houses some of the incredible and rare artifacts that we still have today. If you have more than that, I would suggest 5 to 7 days would be one of the most ideal itineraries, because that way you not only can experience Taipei, which is the international city up north, you can go more into the central part where you can visit the forests, Alishan, the lake, and then even the southern part of Taiwan, which, for example, Tainan is one of the oldest cities. A lot of the foods originated in Tainan. So even if you think you had, let's say, the oyster omelet in Taipei, the oyster omelet in Tainan is very different, because we're so special. Every city, or even every town, every corner of Taiwan is very, very special. And it's all for all kinds of travelers. I mentioned a little earlier, whether you're traveling solo or with your besties, couples, business, it's very, very diverse. Oh, I need to rush through this one because I can talk non-stop about food. First of all, who likes the food today?
Yeah.
Yes, can I have a round of applause for our tables? So thank you to Haidao and Kakao. They are a Taiwanese-inspired restaurant here, which, if you stay till the very end, we do have gift certificates that we are doing a lucky draw for all of you here to our restaurant partners. So I'm just gonna, I know Moses will remind everybody, but if you haven't dropped your business card in the boxes earlier, or if you haven't filled out a ballot, please make sure you do so. We'll have ample time for everybody to do that, okay? Because we do really want you to experience authentic Taiwanese food. But let's go into the food of here in Taiwan. There's a lot of local cuisine. I talked a little bit, and very international city, so you have a wide array that suits your palate. Then we also have night markets. Now, if those of you who've been on the streetcar would know this, and I've asked this question before, how many night markets does Taiwan have? 300. Yes.
Awesome.
That's a lot of night markets, and each of them are so unique. There's some international, large ones, there's some smaller, and actually even the smaller ones are in your rural area, and you get a very different vibe and flavor. And there's also fine dining, over 126 establishments. I think there's a little bit more right now, but again, very affordable. When I first saw the Michelin guide, I'm like, oh, that's nice. But then there are night market street stalls that you can spend for $1, $2 US Canadian and buy Michelin recommended street food, all the way to fine dining. So, wow, just go hungry. Make sure you go with a very empty stomach, because you will be stunned. And also maybe elastic pants. Okay? Shopping, love shopping. Taipei is a very international city with lots of that to do, and many different, whether it's local boutiques, whether you like to have something unique, or international brands and malls, you name it, we have it. There's also a lot of gifts. We have some pineapple cakes, pastries for everyone today. That's very signature of Taiwan. But did you know that whiskey, there's a Taiwanese brand whiskey that is named #1 in the world. Do you know that brand? Yell it, I heard it. Catalan, yes. Yes, so next time you hop over to the LCBO, just look for that because it's #1. We also, because of the 70% mountains and the tea farms and the altitudes and the weather, the rain, we are also known for a high mountain tea. Taiwanese tea, famous in the world. So make sure to try that. And also, I talked a little about affordability when it comes to food, but overall very affordable. When it comes to transportation, whether you go from the North Taipei to Kaohsiung, probably $50 on average, and you can get there in like 2 hours. A little bit over 2 hours, very fast with high-speed rail. Accommodation, anywhere ranging between your Airbnb, your designer boutiques, to 5-star, also very affordable compared to Toronto and New York prices. And of course, many awards. I've talked a lot, and so I'm kind of rushing through this, but I hope you get all that great information to share with you, to take home and share with your friends. But don't take it from me. Take it from them. China, CNN, National Geographic, all awarded Taipei, Tainan as one of the best cities in the world, and that's more reasons why you should go to Taiwan. And then there's also probably Asian Vibes and Inter-Nations awarding us with one of the many, just these are just some of the many awards. And finally, tourist friendly, superbly tourist friendly. It is a very safe city, and a lot of expats actually say that in one of our surveys to do. You can get by with bilingual English and Mandarin on the two languages in Taiwan, and there's free Wi-Fi access everywhere. Now, so a lot of people ask me, Mandy, if you're going to promote Taiwan, what would you promote? Like, what's that one thing? Yes, we talked about Taipei 101, we talked about the mountains, we talked about culture and food, but one of the hardest things for me personally is to talk about the people. The people are superbly friendly, just like your super welcoming and friendly aunt and uncle that you never had, maybe, I don't know. But it's that culture that we really want to introduce, and you really have to be there to experience it. I've been to Taiwan a couple of times, and every time I'm just stunned with everybody just being super friendly and helpful to me if I'm, having questions. And hospitality people, and next please. And these are just some of the other sceneries that you should visit Taiwan. There is a poster at the back later on for your incentive. So I did mention buy one get one free high-speed rail. There's also free half-day tours. So if you're stopping over Taiwan, you get a free half-day tour. Yes, we'll have all those information in your goodie bags, and you just have to book it online, and they'll come pick you up, take your tour around, and drop you off at the airport. Okay? Yeah, and a lot more lucky draws here. These are all information in your goodie bag, so make sure to look through that. There's an incentive up until June 2025. It's $5,000 Taiwanese, and it's a lucky draw. I talked about a little bit incentive program later. These are all in your goodie bags, and we'll go through this very, very quickly. 2-for-1, that was free. And these are just some of the other Instagrammable places of Taiwan that you need to go to. Rainbow Village, this is what I talked about earlier for the guests who are here. That suspension bridge, ooh, yes. Beautiful on a sunny, or you kind of want to go on a sunny and partially cloudy day, so you can have the sea of cloud, cotton candy underneath your feet. Xinjiang, Taipei, this is in Taipei City, great food, great shopping. A lot of Instagrammable places. This is what I call sort of that Italy of Taiwan. It's beautiful, all the beautiful colors. Fishery, and it's a river village, with more trains and tunnels. In Taidong. Jiufen, I had some friends who've been to Jiufen. Great place to drink tea. And Rainbow Church in Shiji. Yes. Hainan salt. And that kind of wraps up my presentation for today. I know I'm rushing through this,